Good afternoon, YouTube. How are y'all doing today? Here's what we got for you today. Enough of looking at me. Let's flip around to the truck. We are going to go over the 2024 Ford Ranger. Today is Sunday the 8th. Hopefully we can get the outside portion done. Hold on. Hey, Nipsey. Of course, we have Nipsey in there. Basically, I've had this truck a month. I purchased it on November 5th, so we've had it a month and 3 days. It's got 1,900 and something miles, which we will look at here shortly. Basically, what I'm going to do is go over my first thoughts and impressions of the truck. Now, before I go any further, real quick, I'm using my GoPro instead of my phone, so I don't have a mic for this because I could hear a train coming down the track. So you're going to hear a train come by till we get on the inside of the truck because I don't have a mic for the GoPro, so you'll hear some outside interference. With that being said, let's get on with the show. Thank each and every one of you for tuning in. We'll just do a walk around while I'm doing the introduction here. Man, I truly appreciate all these subscriptions, comments, likes, shares. We're close to 800 subscribers, I believe. We're getting close to the magical 1,000 subscriber point. So thank all of you. If this is your first time tuning in, all right, the lovely GoPro kicked off. I believe I was at the point of thanking everybody for checking in. Whether you've been with me for a while, whether you're first time here, God bless you and thank you for checking in. Okay, on with the truck. 2024 Ford Ranger STX. Base model, my first thoughts and impressions. This won't be a 5 likes, 5 dislikes. We're just going to zip around the truck real quick and get on the inside and tell you what I particularly like, particularly maybe don't like. So here's what we got going on. Front end, and I have had a 21 Ford Ranger and a 23 Ford Ranger. The 24 is redesigned, as you can see. So the one thing I really like about the 24 Ford Ranger, and I love my other little Rangers, is the front end. They redesigned it. It will turn on the driving lights. They redesigned it to make it look like an F-150. So with that being said, to me it looks more square instead of round. I do really like the front end. Now, one thing with the 24 model, all Ford Rangers come with LED headlights. These are LED reflectors. If you get a Raptor or a Lariat, you're going to get projectors. But the LEDs, not only do they shine far out, they go way to the side too. So you got a good broad lighting path. I really like that for the LED lights. And all Ford Rangers come with LED lighting. Once again, this is a base model. That's what you're going to get. The fog lights are not LED. I test drove an XLT which did have LED fog lights. These are not. As far as the side profile, I really like the side profile. Very similar to the others. You got the little indentation that goes along here. I don't think my others had that. But you got the little indentation going right along there, as you can see. Basically, the side profile is similar, and I like them both. I like both styles. The wheels on the previous generations, if you got the base model, you got Steelies. This comes with the alloy wheels. I do like them, but I'm kind of flip-flopping on whether to maybe get some black or gray wheels. That's still up in the air. The tires are the Wrangler, Goodyear Wrangler Territory ATs. They are 255/70/17s, and they are, we'll give you a little closer look. Maybe we can get a little better look on the other side. Decent tread for, and if you got the Ford Ranger XLT, if you got the Ford Ranger Lariat, if you get the Ford Ranger FX4, it's going to have the same tires on it. Now, if you go up to the Raptor, which is a totally different beast, then you're going to get, I believe they are BF Goodrich KO3s. I think they're 33-inch tires. So there's the side profile. In the back, This one did, and it did cost extra. I don't know if it comes standard on an XLT or above, but you do get, and you can see, we got the old Jeep. I took that off my Jeep, put it on there. But you have your 7-pin, 4-pin wiring for a trailer. All Ford Rangers starting in 2024. Easy let-down tailgate. Now, this one does not. They did put a spray-in bed liner from the factory, and you can go back and look. I did a video when I first got the truck to where we go over pricing. I go over the window sticker. You can pop back and take a look at that video. It goes over more in depth when I first got the truck, the seating position in the back, me climbing in the back of the truck, once again going over the price, over the window sticker. You can go back and look at that. But they did put in a spray-in bed liner, and it does not have lighting in here, but I just got a couple old bulbs stuck up in here. Now you'll notice it is dusty. The bed liner, and anytime you get a tonneau cover, they don't keep out dust. And I've had several trucks and I've had several tonneau covers. They don't keep out dust. They does keep out rain pretty darn good. You can see right here's a little way. It's been raining for a couple days now. So, but it does not keep dust out. The rain, and we'll shine the flashlight up inside the bed. There is virtually none, and there's a little bit, I mean, not puddles, but a little bit. So I may have to realign this just a tad to get the little bit of leakage that's coming in there. Nothing bad. All right, so that is the exterior. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. This particular truck did come with the step rails, which were extra. This isn't standard. The mud flaps, and then they put on a tonneau cover. So if I would have bought the truck just as it was on the lot, it had the steps and the mud flaps. Now, during the process of the deal, excuse me, they did add a tonneau cover on. They threw that in, and a spray and bed liner, and they threw in some Ranger all-weather mats. Tell you what, let's jump at the inside real quick, and I'll tell you. So as far as the outside, the likes, dislikes, really nothing. I do like the LED headlights. There's nothing I really don't like. I like the LED headlights. The fog lights are incandescent, but you're dealing with a base model, so I will take that. The tires, capless fuel, which Ford's had that for a while. The tires, I haven't had them off-road. Oh, one other thing. Being that this is the base model, and if you go to my video I did, the first video I did on the Ranger, I panned a camera and drove over it. It is plastic all underneath. You do not get any metal skid plates. So you could go take a look at that. The XLT, I'm not for sure. I'm sure they have more metal. This is all plastic underneath. So keep that in mind. I don't intend on taking this off-road when it snows. I got a 4-wheel drive. If I'm out hunting, going down a logging road that we usually take, there's no issues there. If I'm going down a field road and it's raining and muddy, no issues there. But just keep in mind it is plastic all underneath. Let's hop inside. All right, the interior. On the interior. And this has nothing to do with the truck itself. I just got that off Temu. They had free shipping on it. So that's where I simply get my phone up here. I just got that to put my phone on. I really like it. It works well. It's got a USB-C charging. I don't sell them on TikTok. This is just a free promotion, but puts the phone there. It'll go on any flat surface. But with that being said, we'll take a look at the interior before I fire it up. The one thing with the XL is /STX. It's all black. You do have a couple different color variations to offset it. I do like that. On the XLT, you got some brushed aluminum, I want to call it, look, metal look. This is strictly blacked out, except for this little piece right here. Me personally, I like the blacked out. Door panels, hard plastic, soft touch. Soft touch on the center console. I did purchase this little tray off of Amazon. Got that. So let's start it up. And I'm going to tell you about one of my gripes. Of course, you have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here's the thing. This truck does not have Sirius XM radio. What's a big deal to me may not be a big deal to others. My mom had a 2016 Hyundai, however you want to say it, a launcher, just accent, just some little car. Didn't even have a screen, but it's got a little button that says Sirius XM. Why they did not put Sirius XM on the STX models is beyond me, but they did not. It does have wireless Apple and Android CarPlay. So what I did is I simply downloaded, or I purchased Apple Music. Since I have an Apple phone, it's $10.99 a month. You know, Sirius XM with taxes and everything is about $5.34 a month. After 1 year subscription, it goes to $25, $26. And I never paid over that, because as soon as the subscription would rise in price, I would call them and say, hey, I want to cancel. Then they'd give it to you another year or two for the lesser price. $10.99. I did have Spotify Premium. When I had my Jeep, the vehicle before this, we went to Tennessee do some off-roading. It's supposed to work offline. It did not, at least with me. No music, but I did have Sirius XM then, the Apple CarPlay. I got on Christmas music, 'Tis the Season. Haul out the holly. We don't want to get a violation. I've done that before, but Apple CarPlay, it has lossless, I forgot what they call it, to help enhance the music quality, and it does very well. I download the music I want, make my playlist. You can listen to it anywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. So I really like that. So that's enough about that, my gripe with that. There's my Spotify, I still have it, but nevertheless, screen is fast. It responds quickly. Really like that. And I like, this is the smaller screen, 10-inch screen. I think the larger screen in the XLTs, Lariats, is 12.3. I'm not for sure. This is the smaller screen, but for a base model, it's still a good size screen. The XL does not come with dual heat and air. You can use the touch screen, or you can use the turn knob. That's your volume, that's your fan speed, or like I said, you can use that. So far in this area, no Sirius XM. It blows my mind that you don't get Sirius XM, but I want to quit crying. Now over here you have a fully digital, this is 8-inch instrument cluster. I'm currently getting 22.2 miles a gallon. That's just running around here, and we are at 1,000, gotta flip this up, 1,924 miles in approximately the first month. Fuel economy is good, and that will improve as I get more miles on here. So this is all your controls right here. One thing, when you do turn on the cruise control, it will automatically turn your lane keep assist on, which you can turn off by pushing this. It does not have, and I forgot the technical term as far as keeping you the distance separated from the car in front of you. It does not have that. The XLT does. This one does not, but it does have lane keep assist. One thing it does have that surprised me, auto bright and dim headlights. You set it and you forget it. Works excellent. I had a 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road that had automatic high beam. Worthless I don't even know why they put it on there. And keep in mind, way back in the day, I had a Toyota Tacoma, the first gen. It was a 95.5, 96 model, which I absolutely had nothing on it. I had that truck 15 years. The 2022 Toyota Tacoma, forget about the high beams because you're just going to make people mad. It did not work. So down here, it's a storage for your phone, USB-C, USB-A, just another little compartment. You can use that. This does not have wireless charging, the XLT does. Another space for your phone, another cubby hole up here, your glove box. So your basic, and if you didn't notice it in the beginning, your vent covers match your grill, the little honeycomb style. So one other complaint, of course you have a sunglass holder. No mirror over the visors. And the XL trim. This one does not have it either. This one doesn't have a garage door opener, so I've got mine for the home. That's not a complaint, it's a base model. I'll get some mirror visors off Amazon, but it does not have that. No mirror visors. So I think that covers the front. Ooh, one other thing. All my Jeeps I had, my Toyota Tacoma, all the prior Rangers I had, and this is a pleasant surprise for me, is the fact that electric parking brake. Traditionally, you have the handle and all the other ones. I thought when they first came out with this years ago, few years back, couple years back, electronic parking brake, I thought that's not my cup of tea. Absolutely love this thing. Flick it up, and there's your brake. To take it off, push in the brake, push down, it's off. It saves space because you don't have the extra space to try to configure for that. Super convenient, love it. One other note, the 2020 Ford Ranger is 2.5 inches wider, and the wheelbase is 2 inches longer. They made it wider to put the 2.7 liter engine in. This has the 2.3 liter engine, 270 horsepower, 310 foot-pounds of torque. It makes a difference. My cousin, we ride to work together. He noticed it right off the bat. When I test drove, I noticed it right off the bat. I mean, I'm trying to pan out just the room that you have up here, and it helps with legroom. So now I think that encompasses, this is your four-wheel drive, high-low. We'll do a quick run down the hill here in just a second. 2 cup holders, and you got a cup holder in the door. And it's kind of at an angle. That's a tall bottle, but the tall bottle fits. Extra space here. One other thing I really like that they redesigned is the door handles. It's kind of retro throwback. We'll shut her down. I don't think I've missed anything up here. And it does have LED interior lighting also as well. Real quick, looking at the back seat. In the prior video, it shows me getting back here. This is my seating position. You can see you still have quite a bit of space. One thing, and then we'll look at this real quick. There's another bottle holder. Same as front, all blacked out, which I personally like. The actual seats which match the front, they are very comfortable. Kind of gives you a breakup on the color scheme. One other thing, it is not power seats. This is your lumbar support. Push that down, it lowers the seat. Pull it up, it raises the seat. This is your recline. You get the same features on the other side, on the passenger side, except for the lumbar support. My Jeeps, the Toyota Tacoma, my other Ford Rangers were higher trim models, so they had passenger or power driver and passenger seat. But in the Toyota, the 2022, well, that was it. There was no adjustment. In the Jeep, there was no adjustment over there, frontwards, backwards, and seat recline. The Ranger, at least, does give you your passenger the option of raising or lowering the seat. Now, zipping back to the back here where we were. Same as the front, like I said, soft touch here, hard plastic here. You do get power mirrors, or power doors. One thing, the XLT, and you do get a cubby hole here, no vents. And you don't get that in the XLT, to my knowledge. Like I said, I test drove an XLT. One thing the XLT does have, it has USB-A and C and a household plug-in. All this has is a 12 volt. So I'll start it up real quick again. I just simply purchased off Amazon, maybe Temu, maybe TikTok. I purchased a multi plug-in. It's telling me my volt reading right now, but it has 4 different charging connectors. So normally this is just a 12 volt, as you can see. Plug that in. For your back seat passengers, they do have multiple ways to charge different devices if they need to. And then wrapping up the back real quick here, this seat does fold. You would probably have to take the headrest off or move this up. This is like my Tacoma I had. It folds completely down, so you could use it for storage if you need to. Not a lot of storage behind the back seats. I have a couple umbrellas. Here's one thing I really like. You actually get an armrest for your back seat passengers with cup holders. Of course, you have cup holders here. And here you go. The Toyota Tacoma had the 2022, did not have that. And if I'm not mistaken, the 2024s don't have it either. I was watching a video with a guy that got a new ZR2, a Chevrolet ZR2, loaded, and that thing is sweet. I actually looked at a Trail Boss. But the ZR2, highest end model, right? One of the highest end models. It does have this, but it's in the accessory, it's in the optional equipment. So Ford Ranger, standard, no matter what trim level you get, always has been like that. Toyota, I think, still does not have that in here. And in the Chevys, it's an option. So I'm sure if you go, like the Trail Boss doesn't have it, the WT work truck doesn't have it. Don't know about the Z71, but you have to get that as an option. In the Ford, it's standard. Under seat storage. Have all my little extras, and this does, there you go. That does stay up. If you want to load something in here, this is your jack. Then we'll let it back down. So, likes, dislikes on the interior. No Sirius XM. I'm going to quit crying about that. No visors for the mirror. Those are really little things. Does have that. I do like that. Plenty of backseat room for a mid-size pickup. You have actually attractive looking seats to me for a base level trim truck. Of course, they threw in, as part of the deal, the all-weather mats. The other thing with this particular model, I looked, it was between this and a white STX four-wheel drive. The white one had carpet in it. I wanted, underneath these mats is just vinyl floor mat. Easy to clean, easy to take care of. So, and that's what your screen looks like when you enter the truck. Nice. Last thing we're going to do, take her down the hill, show you how the four-wheel drive works. Kicks in quick, and I'll explain more about that when we get to the bottom of the hill. Okay, we are at the bottom of the hill. Two quick things, because this video's went a little long, as my videos usually do. Let's take a look at the backup camera. It's got a good resolution. I like its high resolution. One quick thing to talk about. The 10R80 transmission in the Ford Rangers. The 2.3 liter EcoBoost has been around for a long time. It's a good engine. Don't want to jinx myself, but there really isn't any typical issues out of it. In the Ford Ranger, the 10 speed, there we go, first out of 10. 10R80 transmission, that could be an issue. The research, and I did research it and watch videos and actually read printed material that says they fixed that issue in 2023. So if you have a 2023 Ranger or newer, 2024, that issue has been resolved. Now I can tell you, I baby this truck, all my vehicles till it hits 1,000 miles, and I still don't drive it hard, but once I did, I was in some hills, not like interstate long hills, just backcountry hills. I put it in sport mode. I did have one hard shift, and that's been it. If you got a Ford Ranger, you know what I'm talking about. They can shift hard. And without getting into the technical aspects of it, which I can't remember, they use plastic. And if you're watching this, you know more specifics, please comment. And they replaced it with aluminum or anodized steel or something. The transmission is supposed to be fixed, because that could be an issue. You could have a 2020 Ranger that lasts you 200,000 miles with no transmission problems, or you could have 40,000 miles and have transmission problems. They supposedly fixed that. So to close this out, we're going to tilt the steering wheel up. It does have telescoping and tilting. Four-wheel drive. 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road, and I've got videos on it. Two-wheel high would go in rather quickly, no issues. Four-low, if you want to use that rear locker, hold your mouth just right, cross your fingers. It eventually would kick in, but you didn't know when it was going to happen. My Ford Rangers I've had with rear lockers, instant. So there you go. You're in four high. To put it in four low, put it neutral, and you're in four low. Last thing we're going to do, the Jeep Rubicon, the two-door Rubicon I have, which was 4:1 rock crawl ratio, 410 gears. This has 373 gears. We'll just walk up this little incline of a hill I have here. And we'll go to the off-road pages real quick just to see. Off-road, okay. Off-road status. There you go. So what I typically do is put it in four low, manual 1, and we'll see if it'll go up the hill in four low without any assistance of gas, pushing the gas pedal. Like I said, the Rubicon, which was made for, and this really is an off-road. So this is my test to see if it will crawl up the hill without any assistance. All the vehicles have. The Toyota made it when I did the little test on it, barely of the barely. We're still rolling along at 1 mile an hour. And I'll zoom in on this a little. That's giving you your indicator that you are in four-wheel drive. And we've made it to the top of the little hill, no issues. Last thing before we let y'all go, shift back down to 4 high, 2 high. One setting I really like, and you can turn it on or off, is the hold feature. What I mean by that, we're going to put it in drive. I don't have the brake pedal pushed in hard. I let off the gas. You can see we're rolling backwards. Once you come to a stop, I'm going to push in the gas pedal a little extra hard. Oops, sorry, I'm a manual. There we go. Actually, I have the feature turned off. Hold just a second. Okay, I am back. You actually have to have your seatbelt on for this feature to work. I thought I had turned it off because I'd been messing around with the truck before I started the video. Back to what I was saying, your auto hold. And it was telling me when I zoomed in before that the little line that it was not working or it was not ready to be used because I did not have my seatbelt on. Okay, we're in drive. You can see the little hand. Let's go back to drive. The little green hand that is lit up tells you that the hold is on. So if you're on a hill, if you're on flat, the truck will not move until you push the gas. So we'll pull up here in the drive. I'm applying the brake normal. So let's say I'm at a stoplight. It's telling me my auto start stop function is on. I'm going to push the brake a little harder. There it goes. The auto hold is on. You can turn that feature off. So with that being said, and we are still in drive, foot's off the brake. Thank y'all for tuning in. If there's anything else you want to know about the truck, sorry this went a little long, but if there's anything else you want to know, and as I do accessories and as we get more miles on the truck, I'll let you know how it's doing. I'll let you know how the gas mileage is doing as we get more miles on it. We are going to take a trip out to Colorado here in about 3 weeks. We're going to take the little Ford Ranger and we'll see how it does on that trip. So thank y'all for watching. I sure appreciate you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.